with the word London, or you can call us up and we can talk like real people. 0800 731 2000. I'm gonna just. Are you writing letters now? Should we do that as well? Just roll in writing letters. This day and age of tech, Anne's writing letters to her love because she's not seen him for 5 weeks. Must be so hard if you're in that situation. But then one day there's a gentle thud on the doormat, and you go and have a look, and there's a letter, and you recognise the handwriting, and it's your bloke or the woman you're in love with. It's a special thing now, isn't it? It's a special thing. Marcus is up next. He's in Fulham. Hello, Marcus.
Hello, Mr. Bugs. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Not bad. Not bad. Talk to me.
We'll talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
Oh, hang on. What did I sound about? I can't remember.
Tree pollen?
Hang on. That's it. Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Tree pollen, right. Yeah, the first caller phoned up.
Yeah.
And it made me realise this happened to me as well. Now, I don't normally get hay fever, but this year I've got it really bad.
Right.
And this is my theory. There is no pollution in London at the moment, or virtually none, and so all the stuff that's flying around gets first governs inside your lungs.
Okay, yeah.
Our lungs are used to having carbon monoxide and all that rubbish going in, and we are used to it, and we feel good.
Yeah.
Now we're not feeling so good because different stuff's going in, and the pollution is not stopping all the pollen getting in. So everybody feels different, everybody's sneezing more, everybody thinks everybody's got coronavirus, and half of it's not.
Well, I don't think everyone thinks everyone else has got coronavirus, but I'm with you. I'm with you with the theory that possibly because there is a significant drop when we talk about pollution in London, that maybe something else is going up people's hooters, to coin a phrase. I kind of see
and also when the London planes start molting and all the wind goes around, that's when we really feel it. And so I think that's what it is, really.
Well, you could be right. Do you take anything for it then? Because Anthony was on earlier, keeps passing out. Let's have an answer.
Well, if he's got it really bad, maybe he does need medicated.
Definitely needs to talk to the doctor.
But if you stick your two fingers on the top of your nose where those two little dents are on either side, just below the top of the nose, when you stick your fingers on those two tiny little holes or those little spaces at the top of your nose, you can actually breathe better when you put two fingers at the top of your nose.
Right.
And I'm doing it now. And I'm breathing
well, I hope you
better.
wash your hands, because you shouldn't be putting your fingers up your hooter, mate. Come on. You know what the NHS guidance says.
No, not up in the hooter, on top of your nose.
Anywhere near your hooter.
All right, then. What about my bum, then?
Well, that's what you want to do. That's entirely your choice.
but my dad taught me this.
I won't judge you. I was just saying that, the NHS said, don't touch your face. That's what they say. If you want to touch your bottom, that's entirely your business.
All right, then. So you stop making me laugh. So you put your finger on those two little holes at the top of your nose. When I say holes, it's those little spaces that you can feel.
Dents.
And it's not the little dents. Yeah. And you can actually, and that's one way where you can help control the pollen intake or the breathing. But also, if you go up to very strong smelling flowers and really give yourself a dose of it, you then start to become immune to it. So that's what I've decided to do. I sniff in really strong flowers. Yeah. It makes it worse, and then eventually you get through to the other side.
Last time you and I spoke, are you the bloke who did a rabbit stew last week?
Yeah. We had this part 2 of it today.
Oh,
tonight. Do you know what? I knew I was going to be talking about this tonight, and I knew you were going to bring it up.
Well, I literally, mate, I live to eat. So anyone who references food on the call, it does get filed away somewhere, and I thought it was you. So how was part 2 of the rabbit stew?
Part 2 was the bits that we didn't eat the other day because I made it in 2 different containers, and it was sitting in the fridge for 3 days, and I thought, right, I can heat it up. It was really yummy.
Yeah, doesn't it? You see, the thing is, this is my theory, Marcus. You give me your theory about tree pollen. This is my theory about food. That you've made, that you leave it either as leftovers or you have it the next day reheated. I always think it tastes better second time round. Like, it's almost like it's in the bowl or the Tupperware box or whatever. And how I like to describe it, just to annoy people listening, it's like they're all of the little ingredients are making love.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, and then the second time you have it, it just tastes immense.
Yeah, but also there is the other point of view. When somebody else makes a sandwich for you, that sandwich always tastes better because your mind is not involved in the making of it.
Oh, no, that is interesting. It depends who's making it, though.
Yeah, but generally speaking, when somebody else makes a sandwich, it just tastes better because you're not making it.
Do you know my biggest gripe when people make me a sandwich? This is going to sound so bad, but you mentioned
But with margarine instead of butter.
No. They don't spread to the bleeding edges of the bread properly. Does my head in.
What's
What's that about?
I know, it's rubbish. And the other thing is, when you've made your rabbit stew 3 days previously,
Yeah.
and then you heat it up 3 days later, it's just like somebody else made you a sandwich rather than you. It's the same theory.
It is so good, isn't it? The idea. I mean, it's like I like making. You know, I muck around with what I would call, well, spaghetti bolognese. But of course, you go to Italy, you can't get spaghetti bolognese. It'll be pasta with ragu, as we know. But you know, the ragu always tastes better on the second day. Always tastes better. I mean, you know, get it out of the fridge, you heat it. It always tastes better. It's because the tomatoes and the meat have been making love. That's what that's about.
I keep chicken soup in the fridge for over a week, sometimes 2 weeks. We made a great big batch of it yesterday, the one that's called Jewish penicillin, where you put a load of dill and a load of sweet potatoes and all of that. Yeah. And we've frozen half of it in the containers, but the other half stays in the fridge. And that can stay there for over a week, and it will not go off.
Yeah.
But people just think, oh no, it's going to go off, I'll be sick. Well, I'm sorry, get your head red. Just chill, relax, and heat it up to 100 degrees, and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I could talk about food all night. What else is in your fridge?
But that's in your fridge, oh God. All right,
if I came round and said, Marcus, you need to feed me, mate, and you said I've run out of my rabbit stew, would there be anything else I can have?
Well, what have we got?
Oh, you opened up your fridge?
A range of cheeses from the market in Fulham.
Slow down, Marcus, slow down. Have you actually opened up your fridge?
I've opened up my fridge. We've got some English Stilton.
I love going through people's fridges on the radio. Right.
English Stilton, some nice brie.
Yeah.
Some really, really strong cheddar, some quality Parmigiano, homemade breadcrumbs, beetroot. What do we got here?
Oh, not having the beetroot.
Organic beetroot juice. Made a whole load of chili today, 3 or 4 containers. Chicken for tomorrow.
That's living, isn't it?
Really nice lamb that I cooked about a week ago. It's still sitting there. A whole container of raw turmeric root.
You up?
Half a box of limes. All veg, fruit and veg, all sorts that you can imagine.
Yeah.
I've got homemade almond pastry, which I've got to make some pastry things tomorrow.
Nice.
And all the little, the little mod cons and all those little Chinese sauces and sweet chili sauce and all that rubbish.
Well, I'll tell you what, you live well.
Well, no. We spend cheap, but we spend it and we go to places where we know we can get it cheap.
Yeah, it wasn't a criticism. I think it's great what's in your fridge. You eat well.
I love
That's important.
No, I love it. Oh, yeah. I'm always thinking about tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day and the next day.
I'm with you. I'm always focusing on my next meal.
Yeah, and Tony gets annoyed when I say, in the middle of tonight's meal, what are we going to... Oh, you're right. What do you fancy tomorrow? I haven't even
No, I'm with you. I do the same with the current Mrs. Barb. She hates it. I'm just like, well, what are we doing tomorrow night then, food-wise? And then I feel I have structure to my day and a reason to get out of bed in the morning.
Exactly. Oh, no, yeah, my breakfast, lunch and dinner's already sorted. Before I get up, I've got to know what I have. If I don't know, my day is rubbish.
No, I'm with you. Listen, I enjoyed that. Thank you. Marcus in Fulham on BBC Radio London.